Hello. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite cuts on the pig, and it's the Boston butt. Now, the Boston butt does not come from the backside of the pig. It's actually from the shoulder area. Now, if we could reconstruct this, what we would have is the bottom part of the shoulder, which is the leg, the front leg, that is called the picnic. And then the top part is the Boston butt. Most people use these for wonderful barbecue and slow roast and pulled pork. But what we're going to do, we're going to make some beautiful steaks from a cut I love to call the Coppa. Now in Italy, Coppa simply means neck. And it's the top part. Pigs don't really have big necks. It sits right on that shoulder. And how we find that when we're looking at a beautiful pork roast, you see the bone in, you come up, and there's a little piece right here. I always call it the snake skin, because it looks like the skin of a snake, the little scales. So right there is the start. Today, I'm gonna use my chef's knife. Most time I use a butcher's knife. Today, I'm a chef's knife. It's kind of like the all-purpose utility knife in your kitchen. You use this for everything. And I'm gonna use it on this cut tonight. I'm using a beautiful knife called a Miyabi. I love this knife. It balances so well in my hand. You can tell it's just nice and balanced. And when you're holding a knife, again, you don't want to grip a knife. You know, it's not going to fall out of your hand. You want just nice and loose grip. Just let it hold there, okay? So what we're going to do, let me explain this to you again, what I'm looking for. Again, this is that Coppa end. And if you look right here, you see the line? It's basically a line. It will show me where to cut. As we're coming through, see, look, the muscle's almost already separating. So this is the cut we're going to do. And the bone comes right here. So we're going to cut right above that bone. Again, I'm going to start the knife cut right on that line. And I don't have to make one deep cut, first of all. I'm going to start my cut. You notice I just barely cut into it. I'm going to bring it in. And now I'm going to start tilting the knife in. So what I'm doing is kind of tilting the knife down. I'm passing over that top bone, and I'm cutting straight down. So now I've separated the Coppa from the rest of the pork. Now this is a cut we're really after. You see all the beautiful marbling. Now with this cut, I can tie this up, do a simple pan sear. I can roast this and braise it. I mean, it's going to cook and eat wonderfully nice and tender, or I can do beautiful Coppa steaks out of it. These are shoulder steaks I'm going to cut. So what I'm going to do, and you notice when you cut meat, you don't want to sit here and saw. You notice I'm not sawing the meat, okay? And look, it's jagged. What we're going to do is just nice, smooth strokes, come back, nice and smooth is what you're looking for. Now you see why this is so tender? This isn't sinew throughout here. This is intermuscular fat. And it would just break down and it self-base the meat. That's why this is such a prize cut. But these are your little Coppa steaks right here. This is what I will grill out on the weekend. For this part here, what I normally do, we can either slow roast this, but most of the time I will take it off the bone and just cube it up, use it in your favorite stew, in your favorite chili. And what I like to do is just take little pieces of meat, nice and smooth. Just all you want is nice little cube steaks. Again, don't be afraid to put this in your favorite chili or stew, especially during the wintertime. And that's what we have right here. So don't be intimidated when you go to the store and see a Boston butt. It's so beautiful.